What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the cast that I did with Carbon Finn and Inverum of the finals of Season 4 of the ESL Mobile Open. We had Zombie Doom versus Tribe Gaming. In case you missed this live, we have it right here for you guys today. You're going to see the entire cast that I did with Inverum, and if you want to check out Carbon Finn's cast of the first war, I'll be linking that down below in the description. You're definitely going to want to check that one out as well. But we have some amazing war hits and some even better casting for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Now sit back, relax, enjoy some Clash of Clans, and remember to sign up for Season 5, which is coming very soon. Everybody can be somebody, so make sure you guys get yourselves involved. Demonstrate your abilities inside of Clash of Clans. It could be you. You could be the one in the finals, guys. So make sure you come on through, enjoy the video, and let me know your thoughts down below. Love you guys. Enjoy.
Echo Gaming is also joining us here to break down the action. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm both excited to be here with you two, as well as to see this long-awaited final. I know we have some crazy action in store, and I'm happy that we could actually bring it to the audience, so I'm ready to get into it and see some craziness.
Echo, I'll start with you. After watching, getting a chance to think about that last game here, what are you thinking? Are we going to continue to see that level of play here in match number 2?
I'm hoping we get to see. Now that I'm in the driver's seat here able to cast, I hope it's as exciting as round 1 was. I mean, it was really unbelievable. It could have gone either way. I mean, 99%, two 99% could have changed the way. It's just crazy. And I hope we are in for the same thing this round as we were round 1.
Which means, Echo, it is time for you and I to break down this action. But before we do, you didn't get a chance to give a prediction in match number 1. But I get to ask you it this time around. Who do you think is going to walk away as the winner here in match number 2?
Like I said, I do think it could go either way, but if I had to make my choice, I'm going to have to go with Tribe Gaming. I think they did what they needed to do to pull in the victory in round 1. And like Carbon said, as a good coach, if they can replicate that and not let off the throttle, I think they could do it again. So I'm going to say Tribe Gaming.
All right. I hear what you're saying. And I know the folks over at Tribe will get mad at me if I don't say Tribe for the second match. So I'm going to say Zombie Doom just to do it, just to stay consistent. I picked Zombie Doom at the start. I think they were so close to almost getting a 14-star war. I think they have it in them. I think there is the potential here, and I would love to see us go to a game number 3. So I'm going to go with Zombie Doom. We'll be split once more here on the desk, air quotes, the desk, as we get into this next war. But you know what, Echo, let's stop talking. Let's get right on into it. Let's start things off with this next war.
All right, and Keith from Zombie Doom is starting this one out, and we have multiple dragons on this. We have 4 Electro Dragons, 6 Dragons, and a bunch of balloons as well. Notice the bat spells, which you don't see very often at Town Hall 13 these days, and going against Lexnos' base. Coming in with the Electro Dragons from the southeastern side of the base with those Sui heroes, going to kind of funnel everything down up towards the north. We got the Stone Slammer coming in early as well, and we have a split attack. We have Dragloon on the eastern side, and we have Electro Dragons down south with that Slammer coming in for that Town Hall. But look at that Tornado Trap in Verum. Are they going to make it to the Town Hall?
Just barely. That one clutch dragon came in and activated the Town Hall, allowing the balloons to go for it. That was almost disastrous. That dragon, he got the memo, that's for sure. We do have a bat wave coming in from that 9 o'clock position as well from the west. But wow, interesting attack to start this off. This is different than anything we've seen so far.
Yeah, it definitely is, but what I love is that both scatter shots have been taken out of the base before the bat spells were dropped. This is looking pretty nice here in Verum. I mean, looking at this base, I don't know if there's many, if any, defenses left. I think that all the bats just got taken down by that air bomb, but it looks like the rest of the base is just going to be cleanup with a Queen's ability intact as well as we spin here. I think we're looking at a 3-star attack. Oh, there we go. The final defense was taken down. In Verum, are we starting out with a 3-star?
I mean, I would expect nothing less. Echo. These players are just that good. Keith, though, for real, my dude, AT&T 5G. I'm just saying. Okay, but real talk, though. This has been an insane war. Both of these wars now starting off with 3-star hits. We have seen now, I don't know what, that's our 7th, 6th 3-star hit so far over the course of this series. Math is hard, all right, guys? That's why we have these fancy graphics. Don't let me do the math myself. But in any case, Echo, what a way to start.
I think Zombie Doom, they listened to my pep talk in the locker room and they came through. I mean, they started with a 3-star in the last war, but this time they were the leaders out of the gate, pulling in that triple, I mean, and crushing. I mean, that was an amazing attack. Really have to feel good, and that's how you start it out when you want to take in war number 2, because you don't want to be out. You want to win season 4.
Oh, yes, and it is all about momentum as we get into this next attack. They want to maintain the momentum from war number 1, because despite the fact that Zombie Doom did not walk away with the W, they had a performance to be proud of. However, Rigatores is back and at it again. He's got those loons. He's ready to rumble. It's going to be the same strategy we saw come out in that first war, and, well, we saw what happened last time.
Yeah, what do you know? Rigatores with a Lalo, Sui Lalo again, and the king leading the way for that queen, basically clearing out some stuff in the bottom of the base, setting a nice funnel, narrowing things down, utilizing that Royal Champion's ability really early there. I think that was may have been a misclick on that champion, because she's going to dive on into the base now and get taken down by that scatter shot. But we still have the king and the queen. Notice the wall was opened up for the queen to hopefully make it around to the eagle, but is she going to turn back in Verum?
That's the big question right now. Got to try and turn things back. Oh, no. This could be disastrous right now. This Eagle Artillery, the longer it stays alive over the course of this attack, the worse it is. Oh, no. Oh,
yeah,
no. Wait, she
not
died
exactly
of the splash damage? Did she just go down to the splash damage? Oh, that's not good.
That was tough, and I was wondering if he was going to change up the route of the attack, but something that has to happen is he needs to pull in at least the 2-star. He can't sacrifice trying to get that Eagle Artillery and not take down that Town Hall. So he continues with the plan, goes in from the northeastern side of the base, and is storming down. He's going to continue to freeze that Eagle Artillery and try and path these balloons through the base as quickly as possible. My question is, are they going to have enough power? Are they going to have enough health to make their way through? We have a skeleton spell, a rage spell, a freeze spell, and a few more troops left over in the composition, but you know loons can go down quickly if they're being targeted. Now, notice that the Expos are downward facing. The scatter shots, though, what's going to happen with those?
Oh, no. These balloons have got to try. Oh, man, they're just getting... Oh, there's a tornado trap. Oh, yeah. My goodness. Okay.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually surprised that the balloons went that far. I mean, the scatter shots are brutal, and if he wasn't able to freeze them or distract them in some way, the balloons are going to go down. But he still has a few troops left, but it doesn't look like, with both scatter shots up and the Eagle raining down, it's going to be difficult to finish this one off, especially with a single target Inferno there as well. A good effort out of Rigatores after not getting the performance out of his heroes that he was hoping to. Actually, all 3 of his heroes, his king, his queen, and his royal champion, didn't, I believe, go as planned. But still, he's still pulling in a high percentage 2-star, which is not the worst thing in the world. So far, he didn't get the 3-star he wanted, but things could have gone a lot worse with how things started.
I think we saw Rigatores' ability to just make the best out of a bad situation really shine here, because a 94% 2-star hit is still incredibly respectable. Camoreos might almost be 95 here. But no, that is going to be it. 0 seconds remaining, but still, the fact that he's just such a consummate veteran, able to adjust on the fly. But you're absolutely right. Little things like you want to save that Royal Champion ability, that Seeking Shield, for when she is down to about 1/3 HP. She gets all of that health back as those shields bounce. So using it at full HP, you are losing functionally about 2,000 HP on that key hero. That is absolutely massive, and not the thing you want to have happen there, and then not getting that funnel set correctly, which means that we're not seeing back-to-back 3-star openings, which means that Tribe Gaming is now on the back foot, which means that Zombie Doom now, potentially, they can continue to carry this momentum, are going to look very good going into this next attack. Let's get things going. Let's get back into this. Echo, what are we looking at here?
Well, it looks like we're coming back in with some Yetis this time around, going back to a bit of a more meta strategy. Yetis and bowlers. We have the Siege Barracks so far right now in the composition, and coming in with that Grand Warden Walk. So much value out of that Warden Walk because of the range and the ability for that Warden be pulled back into the attack. We have King Icy from Zombie Boom, and he's going to try and Zombie Doom. He's going to try and replicate what was just done from his own team on that first attack. He's going to want to try and pull in another triple here. The question is he going to be able to do it? I will say he's setting a beautiful funnel with that Grand Warden. And finally, a couple of Yeti coming in from the northwestern side of the base. Where do you see this going, Inverum?
I mean, I see the rest of this funnel being set and then a solid follow-up here off the back of these Yetis, pushing in with this Grand Warden, having the Siege Barracks up there down as well. Of course, getting the P.E.K.K.A., getting those 12 Wizards, helping to clear up the outside, but you need to deal with this defensive Queen. You need to deal with this Town Hall, and here we go. Jump spells, everything else is real. The Yetimites are going to town. That's an early Grand Warden ability, but nobody's on this Town Hall, Echo.
No, they seem to have ignored the Town Hall. Finally activated. We have a couple of bowlers on it right now, and the Royal Champion was saved, I guess, as a just in case, which is really smart by King Icy. Now we have the King walking around towards the eastern side of the base, but not a lot of troops supporting. And to be honest with you, there did not look like a ton of troops left over in this attack, and our Grand Warden's being chased down by an Ice Golem as well. Royal Champion, her ability has been used, and she's taking a beating from that scatter shot. Wow, this attack is kind of fizzling out right now, as the King and a few balloons are all that's left. Plus, you know, there are a few more spells in the composition, but not ones that are going to really help out this attack very much. A jump spell and that poison spell. King Icy did not have things go as planned on this attack for sure, but he pulled in the 2-star, so we don't have a 1-star, but it's a low percentage, a 60% at this point in time, trying to pull in a little bit more with those Wizards down below. But you have that Ice Golem continuing to chase, and the Eagle Artillery continuing to rain down on the attack as well. I don't know.
King Icy just stopped cold. I have no other way to say it. The bulk of his attack came on in. The funnel seemed to be like a little bit haphazard, so all of his troops were clumped up together, which was good for a bit while the Grand Warden ability was going on. But the Town Hall didn't get activated for a while, and then when it finally did, the only thing really hitting it was the Royal Champion, which meant that Giga Inferno was just chugging through all of those defensive troops who just got slowed up. And there was, like, the poison wasn't used, the second jump spell wasn't used. I just feel like this attack it kind of fell off the wheels a little bit. I feel like there was maybe a little bit of lack of execution on this one. Maybe the nerves getting to King Icy a little bit on this one.
Well, things definitely didn't go as planned, which is why we didn't see the spells used as they were intended to. And I mean, he's not feeling good. He didn't back up what his teammate did to start things out. So, but like I said, it could have gone a lot worse. A lot of things went wrong there. But at the end of the day, he pulled in the 2-star. No 1-star fails on this one. So, you know, all you could do right now is buckle back in and figure out that your attack number 5 is going to have to step it up. You got more of the war to go.
Oh, yeah, this is still early days for this war number 2. Tribe Gaming, though, has an opening to respond. If they can pull off a 3-star of their own here, they will be well ahead in terms of percentage. So let's get into this next attack from Tribe Gaming. The Tribe attack. Just easy words to say back to back, as we see Lexnos now stepping on up for Tribe Gaming, going on in with some hogs this time around.
Yeah, I believe this was what he used in the first war as well, which was one of my favorite attacks, coming in with that Queen Charge Hog with the Battle Blimp again, this time taking down an Inferno Tower rather than the Town Hall, and coming in with that Queen Walk, as at this point in time, it's a Queen Walk from the eastern side. Notice the open compartments is going to allow that Queen, if funneled properly, to walk into the center of the base and to take out possibly the Town Hall, lure the Clan Castle, take down the enemy Queen. A lot can get done by this Queen Charge, which she doesn't need any jumps. She doesn't need any wall breakers because the base is already exposed for her. All she needs are those rage spells to push her through. And here comes that Clan Castle lure, which are going to pull out 3 Ice Golem, which are all being poisoned, frozen. Notice the enemy Queen being frozen there. You need to keep the Queen up on this attack because there's a lot more job for her to do. Lexnos doesn't want her to go down at this phase. He wants her to continue walking for the entirety of this attack. And we have some hogs beginning their entrance to the base with the Champion and the Grand Warden in the southeastern side, going right for that Inferno Tower compartment where I would anticipate a heal spell. No, we used the Grand Warden's ability instead. That's probably a better choice. Good job there. That's why he's playing and I'm casting right now, because he makes the better choices than I do. And we have the heal spell being placed right there over the Eagle compartment. Things are pathing decent here, and the Queen about to take down the Town Hall, securing the 2-star Inverum. It's looking pretty good right now.
This is one of the best Queen charges I have seen in a long time. Only now almost 2 minutes into the attack as he's using that Royal Cloak. He has kept this queen alive for so long. It has been such a distraction, takes up so many units, takes up so many structures, and created so much space for the rest of his troops to go in. That one heal spell, though, was a little bit off, the one down towards that Inferno compartment, and his hogs did take, I think, a little bit more damage than he intended. There's some spring traps there as well. They did eventually go down, but still, 80+% hit here coming in from Lexnos. Really darn solid. I think, again, literally one spell being slightly off is the difference of maybe this being a potential 3-star hit.
Yeah, I mean, you could see all the giant bomb positions where they had gone off, and that was all where those hogs were pathing through the base. They took a lot of fire, plus from those scatter shots. I mean, the scatter shots are difficult. When your troops are all bunched up, sometimes even those heal spells are not enough to keep them pathing through the base. But pulling in it's going to be a solid percentage 2-star here. They're creeping up on the percentage game, but they're still down by that 1 star. So we'll see how they continue on. But it was a nice hit, but not enough to pull in the 3-star. I mean, the final compartment was pretty brutal. You had the scatter shot, you had a single target Inferno, and a few other defenses to accompany. 90% 2-star for Lexnos in this war.
Yeah, really, solid. Really solid coming in there as well. Of course, they still have to get a retaliatory 3. They still have to equal up the star count because, of course, that is how we do judge this stars and then percentage. If you're just joining us, you're not super familiar with how we score Clash Esports, because for some people, this is definitely going to be a bit of a new thing. But for all of you fans at home, you know how good these attacks have been so far. And you also know what the potential is for these players. 3 stars abound. Zombie Doom still ahead in terms of stars. Another 3-star hit here would further extend this lead, put them in a great position to take it to Tribe Gaming. Let's get back into the attacks. I don't want to stop. The hype train doesn't stop, Echo.
Oh, I'm happy to see we got a couple of witches. You'd never see witches at Town Hall 13, but we have 2 in this composition from Emery out of Zombie Doom, coming in with the Warden Walk in the western side of the base. And we have 2 witches, 8 bowlers, we have a bunch of Yeti, we have a P.E.K.K.A. We're going to have a big kill squad going into this base. And the Town Hall kind of, not fully nestled in the core of the base, but somewhere accessible down south. We'll see how Emery decides to deal with that, but starting off, taking his time and utilizing this Warden Walk, which is something that you get so much value out of. We're seeing it often happen right now in the meta. And finally, the King is being dropped, being hidden right now by that bowler. And yeah, walking on into the base, setting a nice funnel, and I foresee a dive happening right towards the Town Hall, well, probably where that jump spell's been placed.
I was going to say, it's not laying down the red carpet. It's laying down the green carpet in this case. That is the open. We are now open for business sign towards the base of Hex from Tribe Gaming. We're seeing the Siege Barracks being dropped up towards that 9 o'clock position, as well as the kill squad is going on in. And we are seeing them be beautifully supported by the life aura of that Grand Warden, as well as an Eternal Tome ability. That is 8 seconds of invulnerability, but the defensive Ice Golem slowed that up for a while, which means that was actually not long enough, and now the bomb is going to go off. Not doing a ton of damage in the situation, but Emery not quite taking into account that defensive CC.
Yeah, not at all, but those Ice Golem in there could really cause a problem. It definitely slowed things down, but lucky for Emery, there was a bowler that was soloing that Town Hall and ended up taking it down while the rest of the kill squad was frozen from those 3 Ice Golem in the defensive clan castle. But right now, a couple of those healers took a few healing shots on those Hog Riders, it seemed, to give them a little bit of an extended life. Now, we do have our Queen in the core of the base. She's being targeted by the single target Inferno.
Oh, no.
I always fear the single target Infernos with those Queen charges. You have to be careful, but she did get through it. Now, there's only 1 single target left, and it's being distracted. Right now, it's gone. All that I see left in the base are 4 defenses with a Queen that has healers, but she's dealing with the enemy King right now. Who's going to win this battle?
I don't think she's winning this one. Oh.
No. Tough one. That was a game changer right there. Although, we still have the baby dragon with a sliver of health. Looks like those point defenses are going to be enough to protect the 3-star on that one. There was potential. There was a lot of potential, but it didn't pull it in the end.
I mean, Emery, though, great improvement from the attack last time around. Really solid performance, 90+%. I mean, if you look at the average percentages from both of these teams, they are putting on an incredible showing between War 1 and now again. I feel like they're sort of getting into the groove a little bit. War 1 seemed like a bit of an exception. Both teams were just going off. Now I feel like both of them, the defenses have tightened up. Maybe the nerves are starting to set in a little bit here, but still, the quality of the attacks has been excellent. And now it is Tribe Gaming's chance to fire back. raise your tomahawks. Let's get going.
Yeah, they may be ahead in percentage, but they are down on stars. So they need to pull in a 3-star somewhere in this war because they don't want to have to rely on a 1-star out of Zombie Doom. Again, a Warden Walk starting down south, and we have a bit of that Yeti smash on this one, coming in with the Quad Quake. We haven't seen too many Quad Quakes in these wars, so I personally enjoy using them, so I like seeing them being used by some of the pros as well. And we have that Warden happening, the King over in the east, and that King is going to set a really nice funnel, and I predict a strong dive through the Town Hall and leading right into the Infernos, hopefully towards the enemy heroes and that Eagle artillery. Do you think my predictions are on point in Verum?
I absolutely do. I think that is exactly what this funnel is telling me, and I love the fact that he's using the Grand Warden for this, because Queens, they can go do their own thing. They're independent ladies, but this Grand Warden, he's a support troop. He is going to go where the team needs him most. We see that Royal Fist, or the Iron Fist, being popped up there towards the top side. The King is going to push on through with Barbarians, which means that the rest of these Yetis and crew can start to push on in towards this Town Hall, exactly as predicted, Echo.
Not bad on the predictions, if I say so myself. And look at this, using wall breakers to save value, save spell value, get the troops, get that kill squad into the core, into the Town Hall compartment, and then completely gape the base with the Quad Quake, more Ice Golem in the Clan Castle. It's telling everyone that this is maybe what you should be putting in your CC, because if these guys are using it, it's definitely working. Then a late siege barracks in the eastern side with that P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards behind supporting. So much value out of those siege barracks. I really do love seeing them being used in attacks, and lately it's really a siege barrack or a battle blimp. That's typically what we're seeing, but we did just see that Eagle artillery go down, and that's going to be clutch. We do have 2 scatter shots left. Make that 1, because it looks like a Yetimite just took down some on its own, but the Queen has gone down. In Verum, we're looking at some Hogs, we're looking at the Champion, and a P.E.K.K.A. with the Grand Warden support. Oh no, our Queen is still up.
She's up there, man. She's still in this fight.
She was hiding, but now she's still good and hopefully going to get some of that heal. What are we looking at? Did they have enough power to push through the rest of this base?
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that they have the power. Just chant it, He-Man. Let's get things moving. There's still a pretty tough compartment down there on the left side, but having the healers on these heroes, I think, might be enough. Oh, unfortunately, though, it seems like the Grand Warden has stepped a little bit farther forward here, and he's actually going to drop. That may actually spell a little bit of disaster, which means that with only 28 seconds left on the clock, I'm actually not sure. Oh, no, now I may have spoken too soon, Echo.
Yeah, there were a lot of point defenses on that Queen, plus time was becoming an issue. We had a long Warden walk in the beginning of the attack, and Sir Longsword, really wanted to make sure that the funnel was proper, but sometimes you sacrifice the time, and although the Queen did go down, we are going to run out of time on this attack with a standing P.E.K.K.A. and a few supporting Wizards. Really nice attack, but again, not enough to pull in the 3-star, which is what Tribe is looking for. They were hand over fist grabbing 3-stars in War 1, but this time around, they're struggling to get there. High 90%, or 90% the entire time, but no triples, and they need to pull one in one of their next 2 attacks. Is it going to happen?
This is a must. This is a must at this point if they want to lock this up 2-0, but things are looking pretty good so far from Zombie Doom. However, when every single one of your attacks are 90% or above, that's pretty darn solid. Tribe Gaming is so close to finding the secret formula that they had in match number 1 to try and walk away with these 3s, which they need to. But again, like I mentioned before, if Zombie Doom can get another 3-star hit in this war, if Karma can step up, that would be a near insurmountable lead for Zombie Doom. Tribe Gaming would have to go back to back with their triples. Let's see if Karma can get it done.
Yeah, and Karma doesn't like that single target Inferno, so he's going to come on in with the Battle Blimp and take it out. So it's out of the equation. Won't have to worry about that at any point in the attack. Now back to that Warden Walk, which we've been seeing so much today. And I'm telling you something here in Verum. Zombie Doom likes these witches. This is the second attack where we're seeing a few witches being used just to spam up the base a little bit, just to confuse those point defenses so that they can't really, possibly they'll be locking onto skeletons rather than locking onto some of the larger troops like the Yeti or like the Bowlers or like the Heroes. But in this one, we have another version of the Yeti Smash, which has many different versions, a lot of variety with the Yeti Smash, 1 jump spell and 4 earthquake spells. So we're going to be able to open up a good amount of this base starting now with the core. completely opened up this base besides that final compartment down in the south and the one up north. But I think we're looking at a nice entrance to this base here. P.E.K.K.A being used, going to assist with that funneling. And I want to see what's going on up north. There we go. The king is setting more of a funnel, and the jump spell opening up 2 compartments. The other single target Inferno compartment and that Town Hall compartment. I'm loving this entrance into the attack right here from Karma at a Zombie Doom. It's a good start, and we have a split kill squad. So while some get frozen, the others can take down the Town Hall, securing the 1-star. Now it's time to path on through the rest of the base. Let's see how far they can go.
This is a really solid opening, or looked pretty solid here from Karma. However, these troops starting to take a little bit of punishment, actually able to get through those defensive heroes pretty well here. The Royal Champion's gone down, the Queen has gone down as well, and the heroes and the healers are still up in the fight. There's the Royal Champion from Karma on the right side as well, but only 41% on the board despite taking down some of these defenses. There's a lot of bombs going off in the middle of this base. Echo, I don't know if this one's going to have enough fuel left in the tank.
No, and this is something that you'll often see with these heavy kill squads. You have a lot of troops that all end up at some point. They typically will clump together, and that's when the scatter shots on defense are going to shine. They're going to be able to take down massive amounts of troops, and I think that's what we saw happening here. Plus, I did notice that a couple of those healers, they kind of lagged behind on a bowler for a bit there towards the entrance of the base and didn't continuously heal the kill squad going in. But our Warden, he's being clutch right now. He's going to get healed back up and try and take out some more percentage. But it looks like it's not going to be another triple. So Zombie Doom is leaving a small door open for Tribe to pull in a triple and then be ahead on percentage. But for that to happen, Tribe has to pull in a triple, and I'm curious if they're going to do it in the final few attacks in this war. This was a decent one, but like a lot of Yeti Smash attacks that I see, or actually personally do myself, things tend to stall when they get inside of the core of the base.
It's sort of one of the, I find a lot of these smash attacks tend to do that. It's either like you go all in, you keep momentum, your rage spells are there, everything dies, everything drops, it's destruction. Or it doesn't do that. It's either all in, you get that 3-star 100%. It's very feast or famine, I tend to find with a lot of these attacks, which is partially, I think, why I'm so partial to things like the Queen Charge, which can do a lot on its own and then get a lot of percentage. You get like 35, 40% just in that if you're good enough, plus clean everything else up on the other side. Again, I'm biased a little bit here, but still, 74%, not a bad hit coming in from Zombie Doom, but I love the point that you mentioned. The idea that if Tribe Gaming can come back with a triple, they have done so well in terms of percentage. There is no chance that Zombie Doom can recover in terms of that percentage. It's all up to these final 2 attacks from Tribe Gaming. A triple has to be done. Can they make it happen?
Yeah, and as you say, Nick is coming in on this attack with an Electro Drag Bat attack. So again, bats, which in my opinion, from my experience, bats are not the best at Town Hall 13 because of those scatter shots. But notice the scatter shots are in the early portion of the base. The top portion of this base in the north is going to be handled by the Electro Dragons, and then my prediction is that he's going to bat the back end of the base and freeze those Wizard Towers. Let's see if he goes with my plan, with my execution. Let's see how it all goes. But he definitely has to get the scatter shots out of there, or else those bats have no chance. And we did mention, or I did mention, that we haven't seen much of any other siege units, but we do have a scatter shot coming in on this one. And those Electro Dragons raged up. They are going to do some damage, and they are now invincible thanks to the Grand Warden. So phase 1, taking out that top compartment, is looking pretty good. Now, coming in with the Royal Champion down south. Is he going to have enough to push through here? He still has that Eagle rating down in Verum. I don't know. How much work can these bats do?
I don't know. These free spells are going to have to be pretty darn clutch, because that opening salvo did not do a whole lot. Finding a hidden Tesla on the right side instantly are these bats. Good thing he didn't preemptively throw out some of those free spells. The timings could have been way off. But here come the bats, just freezing up that air defense that is so crucial going on through. I mean, the bats doing pretty well so far. So despite a potentially little lackluster opening up there at the top, the bats are getting the work done right now, pushing on through. And that E-Drag doing a great job of tanking for the salvo from the Eagle. Okay, but then the Royal Champion. Okay, the bats are dead.
The Royal Champion, the Bat Killer, took all of those bats. You know, the bats had a chance if the Royal Champion wasn't up, but, you know, bats are vulnerable to splash damage, but they're also vulnerable to a ton of point defenses as well. And as you could see, there was a lot left in this base, and you kind of called that from phase 1 of the attack, how it didn't get as much percentage as you would have liked to see. So the Bats just had too much ahead of them, and they weren't able to push on through. And that Royal Champion coming in clutch on defense, really picking away every bat.
Yeah, that was, I think I only got about 6% with the Queen to start that off. Instantly had to pop the Royal Cloak. Not a whole lot. I know, understand it's like a Sui hero opening, but still, I would like to get a little bit more out of the opening with the heroes there. But still, the Bats did okay work, but just getting stymied by that Eagle Artillery and that Royal Champion. That was sort of the nail in the coffin for that attack, which means the Tribe Gaming has put themselves in a bit of a precarious situation. They backed themselves up against the wall, put themselves into a corner, which now is a situation that Zombie Doom faced last time around. If Zombie Doom gets another 3-star here with this final attack, they will lock up war number 2. They will bring themselves to war number 3. Nothing Tribe can do about it. It all comes down to this attack from King Tut.
And you know that King Tut's thinking about that as well. You know in his mind, he's saying, this war is mine. I can shut it down right now with a triple. My question is he going to do it? And I know he's going to definitely try his best, starting out with the Queen charge. So in Verum, I know that you're happy right now. You love seeing Queen value. So we're going to watch this Queen gain some value as she passes on through. And I agree with you, actually. If you have a max level Queen in Clash of Clans and you could practice a charge, it's really good practice to really learn how to execute the Queen charge. The value you can gain from that is immense. And we're coming in with a nice funnel here with that Siege Barrack coming in with the P.E.K.K.A, the King coming in as well. And I like that the Eagle Artillery is targeting the King, not the entire bundle of troops. Grand Warden's ability is making everything invincible, and rage spells galore as things drop and push into that single target Infernal compartment. One more jump spell, and then it's going to be time to beat down on some walls. There's a lot of walls to get through as well. Small compartments in this base. And out of the barracks, we have some hogs. They're going to kind of take down things in the southeastern side of the base. Hopefully they can get to that Eagle Artillery. You know, I don't know. We'll see how far they go.
This town hall needs to die. Oh my goodness, This town hall needs to go down. That Giga Inferno did so much damage. The defensive ice golems just slowed things up so much. The Yeti Might started to do the work, but the freeze was there. Oh my goodness, this Eagle Artillery has gotten off so many barrages over the course of this war. And what looked like a great opening here is starting to stall. The healers are alive. The abilities are still here for the Queen, for the Royal Champion. We're seeing it right there. And this King is still alive on the outside to clean up some of this. So this is actually a pretty big deal here, having these heroes alive. We've seen so many of these attacks come down to the final few seconds, and a hero with some healers. This needs to happen. But you mentioned the jump spells have been used, and there are a lot of walls still to go through, Echo.
There are, but the Queen has her ability, and she was just very smart and backed away from that Inferno Tower. And, I mean, there is enough, but we got to see what she could do with this Inferno Tower here. It looks like the Inferno is taking down a bunch of those Yetis. And, okay, she's on the Inferno Tower right now. Her ability is going to be used. Inferno goes down, as is this cannon. The Queen could pass through the... She's going to wall pound instead of walk around. This could be an issue when we're talking about time. I don't know. 24 seconds with the Queen on the wall is not exactly what King Tut wants to see. There was hope going into this attack. I thought it may have had enough, but with only 15 seconds, the percentage is actually going to help out Zombie Doom. But it's not going to be the 3-star to close it out and to seal the deal. So the door is still slightly opened for Tribe. And with 1 second left, 96%. Wow.
Wow. Another super well executed top tier hit, 96% 2-star. But Zombie Doom had an ability to put the nail in the coffin, bury them 6 feet under, make sure that zombie ain't rising up again if it's Tribe Gaming. But in this case, the Doom is not secured yet for Tribe. They have an ability to come back in this game. 100% 3-star hit here will secure them the win, would be the 2-0. They are ahead in terms of that percentage. You can see down on the bottom of your screen right there, and that is the important thing. The 3-star will only continue to raise. Yeah, right over there, I think. Yes, over there. Let's get into this final attack, Echo. I just break this down for me. Walk me through this hit. Walk me through what Hex needs to do.
It's all or nothing for Hex right now, and with a centralized town hall, the bane of my existence, but he's coming in with the Battle Blimp trying to take down that town hall, or possibly the Inferno Tower. It looks like the Inferno Tower compartment is what he's going for, and he's going to really what's happening here is he's setting a funnel. He's trying to make sure that his troops are going to path properly through this base because he's coming in with the hybrid strategy, one of the strongest in the meta right now at Town Hall 13, Town Hall 12 as well. We're actually seeing this strategy all over the place. And then we have the Queen starting out up north. Basically, what's going to happen here is the Queen's going to get some huge value. The Battle Blimp was able to take down that Inferno Tower. We're going to get tied up a little bit on this Hound, but once that's all gone, the pathing is going to be set, and we're going to have Miners and Hogs storming this base. The question is, are they going to have enough to pull in 3 stars? If they do, the percentage is already in favor of Tribe, so we should be seeing a win from them. But I'm talking a little bit too early here. Let's see how the attack actually goes before we start talking about percentages. King starting with his funnel down in the eastern side, and the Queen is still doing her walk again, getting that value in Verum.
I love it. And also, Hex, Nerves of Steel, not popping that Queen ability early. Obviously, it would have auto-gone off still, but holding on to that, making sure, having faith in the healers with the Rage spell, because the Poison was actually slightly misplaced, not catching all those defensive archers as well, as the bulk of the attack is now starting to go on through the heal spell, not getting a ton of value, as these Hogs not sitting inside of that for now. There's the perfect timing. We see it come in from the Grand Warden, keeping all of the troops alive, not only through the barrage from the Eagle Artillery, but through the defense as well from the Town Hall. The freeze or the slow from that Gigabomb now in Town Hall 13 is going to slow them up a little bit, but still, the damage is being done, and the Queen is still alive. The healers are still there. Abilities still to be used. This base could potentially go down here, Echo. Hang on a second. Hex is looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's looking really good. He does have that single target Inferno Tower to deal with, which could sometimes be a problem. We'll see how the Queen deals with that. Remember, her ability is intact. Actually, the Royal Champion's on it right there, and her ability, I don't know that her ability was used, or possibly was used earlier in the attack. The Queen right now being tied up on the skeleton's going to have to pop her ability, and that Inferno Tower. Oh boy, you thank you for your eyes right there in Verum. You caught what I didn't, and the Miners were clutch. The Queen has 27 seconds with the baby dragon to get through the rest of this base, plus Miners, plus the Grand Warden. Is Hex going to be clutch and pull in this war for Tribe?
I think so, Echo. You know what? With 15 seconds left on the clock, with only 3 structures left, Hex has done it. He's getting it done for Tribe Gaming. He is going to allow his team to walk away as the champion for Season 4 of the ESL Mobile Open. In 2 games, they get it done. It came down to 1 final attack for Tribe Gaming. They needed a 3-star, and a 3-star they got. What a way to finish this series. Echo, that was incredible.
That's stepping it up. I mean, exactly to my prediction, as we said earlier on, but wow, what an exciting war. The whole time, Tribe was behind, and all they needed was to get that 3-star. They always had the advantage on percentage, but never on the stars until the last attack. 10 attacks in, and it comes on through to bring it in for Season 4. That was exciting. I feel better now that I got to be in the seat for this one.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, war number 1 was pretty darn exciting, but this one was exciting as well because it was match point. It was Tribe's ability to walk away with the win. And, the idea of sealing the deal, you talked about that. You've been a coach. You've coached, players going forward into the breach, as it were. And in the end, Tribe Gaming were able to go clutch. What do you say to a team that's won? What do you say to that team that has pulled it out? How do you say go celebrate that victory?
Well, you got to go do exactly that, is go and celebrate, but you have to reflect on how you work together as a team, because this is not just one person attacking. Every single attack, every base build, it's all about the team coming together and doing it together, which is why some of these, like Tribe Gaming, it's a legacy. It's why they do so well. Not only do they have some of the best players, but they have some of the best teammates, and that's what makes them be winners for Season 4.
I love it. Yes, this is so much a team game, but in the end, it came down to the execution of one clutch player. And I'm going to put some words into Carbon Finn's mouth here, who's here with our Xperia replay analysis. I'm going to guess what attack you're going to do. Did I guess correctly?
Yeah, the final attack there that Hex came in, beautiful. We have to watch that again.
Back Echo and Carbon Finn for our closing thoughts. Echo, I will start with you. We got the chance to cast that last game as it was happening in the moment. What were you thinking when we realized that we were about to see that final 3-star?
I mean, that's excitement. And if you're a fan of Tribe, or if you're on Tribe or in some way, associated with them, that's like a glory moment that you'll never forget. It's like a Super Bowl moment. But it added some really great excitement to the war, because we were waiting the entire war for that 3-star to come. And for it to come at that moment, it was just perfect timing for anyone that was there rooting for Tribe.
Absolutely. Carbon Finn, what were your final thoughts on the day, on both wars, and just the quality of play overall?
It was absolutely incredible to see all of the attacks coming in today. Zombie Doom put up an amazing effort. They're going to do great in the future tournaments and everything they compete. But Tribe Gaming came away. I saw all the hard work they've put in before, all the way through the regular phases up into the playoffs, and then finally here into the finals. They put in so much effort, and definitely they showed it right here today. And they got that final crown, and now repeat champions.
Repeat champions indeed, under a slightly different name, but still, Lexnos able to walk away with 2 of those amazing trophies. I have to say, such a big thank you from all of us, the ESL team, to you guys for stepping on in, despite the circumstances, to make the best of it. Thank you so much, Echo and Carbon, for joining me on this cast. I cannot wait for more amazing future seasons of this awesome game to cast with you guys. So thank you so much. I'll say goodbye for now, but we'll see you soon.
Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for staying this far in the video. If you made it this far, hashtag made it down below in the comments section. Remember, this couldn't be anything without AT&T. ESL Mobile Open, thank you guys so much for the opportunity for Season 4. This was amazing, and I'll see all you guys back here later on today with another video, so come check it out. Later, guys, and be good.